Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. Whenever you're watching, thank you for checking out the Sunday Culture Review. We've got, the regulars. These are the regulars on the panel, or some people who are irregularly regular, or however you want to describe them. But just a few words that I'd like to say about the holiday that we're in the midst of that most people don't seem to recognize, and as it usually indicates a change of seasons. And again, tomorrow's video is going to be a car video that's going to talk a little bit about this and the importance of getting away. But just real quickly, just a few quotes that come from this day, and we should honor the folks and mourn the passing of the military members that didn't make it home, the ones that never got out of uniform, which is what this day is all about. Herbert Hoover had a quote that says, "Here men endured that a nation might live," and that was very, very important. He made that speech to about 20,000 people in 1931. He spoke those words in Valley Forge on Memorial Day, and that's the most significant quote there. And again, just a reminder of what other people have done so that we can live the lives that we lead, and to remind us that we always have to fight in whatever way we can when confronted with things that run against our American values and the things that we believe in this country, the things that this country was founded upon. So with that, I'll let everybody else introduce themselves and say a few words if they'd like to about Memorial Day, and then we'll get on with the show. First and foremost, we have the amazing Afk Bard, who I really want to see make some more content. So let's see if we can goad her into that. How are you doing today, Afk?
Oh, I'm doing good. I've actually been contemplating reading, at least on stream. So I might do that.
All right.
But other than that, I've been hiding in the corners, lurking while I work during the week. I listen to a lot of people, but I can't comment or like. Well, I can like, but I do it through the TV. So sorry, guys.
Sure. No. And yeah, I'm glad everybody's getting back to work. I think that's great. I'm just teasing you. But if you can do something every weekend, I think that'll keep your channel going in a good way. So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely easier on the weekends for sure, because I never want to do anything after work. But I always enjoy coming over here and hanging out with you on a Sunday. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that you show up regularly. You and Wes have been the two most reliable folks here. Mccarthy and Mirasphere, when they're available, have been here regularly as well, which I appreciate. So thank you again, Afk, and do subscribe to Afk Bard over on her channel. She's got some great content that she posted, when we were all kind of taking a break from work, and hopefully we get to see some more things from her here in the future. And of course, next to Afk is of course my friend Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. Wes, please feel free.
All right. Well, it's great to be here. I love the Sunday Culture Review. I love being on this show. This is one of my favorite shows. This is my favorite show. What am I talking about? And it's good to be here. And of course, to celebrate this Memorial Day weekend, or to honor the fallen with, the best chat on YouTube. And of course, the best panel on YouTube, which we have for you today. So let's see, new content. So YouTube sent out this creator survey, and I really wish they would tell us how long this survey takes, because I think that survey took me about an hour to complete. Of course, they have a section to make comments, and I tend to be wordy. But yeah, so you can see a video of me filling out that survey on my YouTube channel if you're interested. behind the scenes YouTube stuff. So looking forward to a great show, and thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. And right immediately below him is a veteran, someone who I have mad respect for, and I appreciate joining us today with the little baby in the background there. So that's a pretty good setup you've got going on, Marisphere. I think you're muted, my man, but go ahead.
Am I? Am I all right
No,
now?
I hear you. Yep. Go ahead.
Not too loud or too quiet? Okay.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, yeah. Thank you for having me, guys, again. Like always, I try to get here every week, and sometimes I just get bogged down by other stuff. Like last week, I was actually in North Carolina, dropping one of my stepkids, and that's where I got my sunburn. You guys didn't see the short little video of me staying at that hotel room with North Carolina beach behind us. And,
Yeah. Well, all right, man. Well, you might want to I know you're trying to be quiet, so you might want to turn up your gain just a little bit because you're pretty low.
Am I quiet? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're a little quiet, and for a good reason. I see the little one rocking in the background.
Yep.
But anything you'd like to say on this Memorial Day holiday at all?
Shout out to all those who didn't come back. I knew a couple brothers who unfortunately gave everything, and it's a sad thing. But those guys are definitely, they were the heroes. Like a lot of us say, the guys who come back, a lot of us, like we're not heroes. We're just guys who did a job. The guys who don't come back, those guys are heroes.
Yeah. Yeah. Those that gave the last full measure, like Lincoln said, right? Yeah. Thank you very much again for your service, and thanks for being here. Appreciate you, man. I know it's hard with the little one in the background there, but last but not least, and somebody that I think is a very talented artist and a great creator who's going to be having a schedule change, I'll let him talk about here in a second, is my friend Mccarthy90. Mccarthy, take it away. Mccarthy.
Hey, hey, everybody! I do drawing on my channel.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You sound completely different.
Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. My name is Mccarthy90, artist and illustrator, and welcome you back to the Sunday Culture Review for the weekend of Memorial Day 2021. We thank you all for being here. Happy to be here with, of course, the regular panelists, and of course, my best friend in the world, CultureCasino, and of course, as Culture has said it, this is definitely a weekend to pay respect, not to mourn, but to celebrate the lives of those who never got a chance to take off the uniform, those who didn't get a chance to come home. We honor them. We honor them, we respect them for everything they've done, for putting their lives out on the line, for what we do because for say as though we will, there's been a lot of stuff going on in this country, but we got to thank the people who put their own lives on the line just so we could have a chance to actually talk about this, and chance to be on stream, chance to do what we do.
Yeah.
And for Miosphere and for many of the people who served in the military in this very community, we honor you guys as well.
Well said.
And there's a lot of people in this community who have served time.
Yeah. They committed themselves to civil service, and they did more than enough.
And we're so happy to have them. We're so happy to have them back home, and happy to have them here with us.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's begin. We've got a lot of folks in the chat that rolled in. We'll acknowledge them really quickly. A couple of super chats, and then we'll be underway with some subjects.
All
so
right.
a little less of the seriousness, a little more of the funness. We've got Sven, the Naked Nordic Ninja, Mike Jolene. We have Lord Thoth, one of the mod products, and one of the very nice people that you can find here and on many other channels, making sure that everything goes properly, and also a member. So thank you for that. Apollo Patriot, who's been working very, very hard on all of the amazing stuff that he does with his videos about the different uniforms that you can put on all of the characters in Ghost Recon, a game that I like to play, at least Wildlands anyway. Hopefully we get Wildlands 2 like he is expecting. But do check out his channel if you like that kind of content. It's very cool. Brutal Morningwood is here, of course. Stephanie Janisek of the Smuggler's Cantina is here. She's got some amazing amazing news around Star Wars. So I'm pretty excited to listen in on that. Storyman Jack has a birthday, guys. So if you follow him on Twitter, if you follow him on Minds, if you follow him anywhere, wish him happy birthday. You could probably do it here in the stream. I think he's still listening to us. So that's why he's not with us today. So Small Time is here, wishing him a happy birthday. Thank you for that. We, of course, have Captain Robert April, who I believe was a special guest on a stream last night. Didn't get a chance to check that out because I was up north, but have to do that, of course. And I can't wait to hear about this hornet's nest that was kicked, Stephanie. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Let's see. We've got... Wes Moody giving us a $2 super chat saying the best chat on YouTube. You could not be more accurate on that, Wes. I agree with you. We have amazing people and they follow all of us from here and there. We're very lucky, and thank you all for being here. All 30 of you who are in the chat right now. Keely Chow is here. We have Low Spec Linux Laptop, Noble Arrow. Mr. Dragon is here. Jacob Archer Barton is with us today. I love that picture. It's cool. I love those. I miss having those reflective, polarized. What was that coating called? But that coating you put on the glasses is freaking awesome. I love that. Let's see. Of course, Brightest Day is here. We have Barack Dermis here saying, starting from Friday morning, I might be able to sell my dragon drawings. Awesome. That's going to be great, my friend. And you know what? I always love it when people can, find a way to sell their art, their creations. I think that's awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. We also have, my goodness, Jack Nerdy with a $20 super chat. Thank you. Very, very generous, my friend. Says, missed your 2K celebration. Here are 2,000 pennies. Congrats, man. Well, thank you very much. It was a fun stream. I really enjoyed the 2,000. I think having people float in and out for that one was a lot of fun. And I had a lot of fun. You guys are the whole reason we're here, so I appreciate that. And you're going to stick the 1,000 sub task for Honor. Okay. All right. Sounds good. We've got Matt G hanging out, dropping information about the YouTube channel, of course. We've got Low Spec telling us he's going to get back to videos on Tuesday and Wednesday. Awesome, my friend. That's great. Hopefully everything's running really well. We have so many other folks that have dropped in. We just want to say hi to you all. Don't want to miss anybody. Got V-Star in the chat, probably going to give us some bacon here pretty soon. Commander Ed Straker. Verbent is here. A bit quiet this morning. He's got to be quiet because of the baby. We've got our friend Snowdub. What's up, Snowdub?
Hail the cotton.
Snowdub.
That's right, Cotton Connection. Rob Altus is in the chat. What's up, Rob? Elagabalus is here. He hit the like. Yeah, you can be a little stiff from that, so I understand that, and thank you. Hail all vets, absolutely. Bruce Lombardo is here, says headed home. The paint booth is waiting for me, absolutely. Can't wait to see Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division hanging out over with Mccarthy today, I think. I can't wait to hear what Mccarthy has planned in the future, because I know his schedule's changing. I'm sure he can talk about that here towards the end of the stream. And Rob Altus, absolutely. I think so. Zach 7 is here. We have Shell back in the chat. Darth Haster is here. Release the McCracken, sending us good vibes. Well, thank you for that. Executive producer Sol Leibowitz says good afternoon. Dexadoodle is here. Let's see who else rolled in. Oh, Verbent with a $10 again. Overly generous super chat. Thank you for that. Says I was sent here by Nerdrotic. Witness me. Well, I witness you. For
Hail Nerdrotic.
All hail Nerdrock, absolutely, and Doomcock and every one of the OGs that made it possible for all of us.
Absolutely, I wouldn't have started a channel without any of those guys.
Yeah, and we've got, of course. Let's see. Keely Chow making fun of me, of course. And you did bring the bacon. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Nancy. The Islington Girl drops us a super sticker. I appreciate that. Pretty sure I know what this one is. It's a little Shiba Inu dog. I love those guys. Just waving hi. I love that. And I'm doing good. I hope everybody here is doing well. Josiah Fitch is in the house. What's up? And I love that picture. Well done. Let's see. Gary's amazing. Hail Gary, absolutely. And Captain Robert Aker got excited for bacon. And so we're off. We're off and running. We got 39 in the chat. Thank you all for being here. Let's see what we can do about moving forward. I tell you what. Let's start with something I think Mccarthy, AFK wanted to cover. I'll pull it up here, and we will get started on it. And this is something that a lot of people might have been interested in or may still be interested in. I guess this article is from BuzzFeed. So we will share that screen. We're, of course, going to be talking first about the Friends reunion. Some people were really into that show. And here's the article right here.
I think that what link wasn't working. I dropped the second link in there.
Oh, it looks like it's working here.
Yeah,
okay.
you have to refresh it. I guess it's getting a lot of traffic.
Yeah. So I'm going to move it to another tab so that I can read it more clearly to everybody. But yeah, so the Friends reunion premiered on HBO Max. My parents were very grateful to share my account so that they could watch this. They are big Friends fans. Hey, you know what? I'll ask a question first. Are any of you guys Friends fans? Did you guys watch the show? Did you
Yes.
fall into the reruns?
Yes.
I watched the first 2 or 3 seasons, but I think you hit on something there. Your parents were really into it, and once my parents really got into it, they watched the entire season. I think I lost interest after that.
That's funny. It's so true. Once your parent starts liking what you're watching, it's just like, But I was super obsessed with it.
I would say it was probably at the time that I really got into. I was young when Friends came out, and yet I had this strange thing that I got into sitcoms a lot. I get into watching sitcoms a lot growing up. So Friends was definitely one of them. My mom always told me that I was more of a Chandler type person.
Now, were you early show Chandler or later show Chandler?
I think I was more early. I think it was kind of like early to mid show Chandler for me.
Okay.
There you go.
And see, that's what makes the show so relatable. It's like there's basically a character that fits everybody's personality. So you could be like, "Oh, you're a Phoebe," or yeah,
little space cadet. Wes, were you into this show at all?
Yeah, I was into the first 2 or 3 seasons, I think.
Okay.
But once, after that, I kind of see, because the first few seasons it was very much of its time. It was very much of that '90s kind of grungy kind of era. And then once that kind of went past, and then my parents really started getting into it, I kind of lost interest.
And Friends was inspired by Living Single, which was something I didn't learn about until early last year.
Yeah. This show came from a lot of other great shows, and it was well written, well received, based on some people's experiences in real life. So, and kind of the breakdown of what you could find in a group of friends, kind of the odd personalities and quirks and humor of the different individuals and all of that. Real quickly, I'm going to break back just to the Memorial Day stuff super fast, because Sven was sharing a story in the chat that I thought was interesting. Said my grandpa's WW2 division was deployed to the Pacific, to one of those little islands. Right before they left, he got poison ivy in a cut and had to stay behind. His entire division was killed.
Oh my God.
He says, if it wasn't for a fluke infection, he would have died with them, and I wouldn't exist. So I honor those men and thank them for their sacrifice so that I may live. Absolutely, Sven. Well said.
We all got stories where it's like.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike Jolene thought that Friends was good. We have a lot of people that followed Friends. Friends was a show I never watched, but I heard about all the time. Let's see. Phoebe. A lot of people loved Phoebe. And, that makes a lot of sense to me, Kai, that would be your favorite.
I don't know if a lot of people know this, but before Friends, there was a television sitcom called Mad About You.
Yeah.
And Phoebe's sister Ursula crosses over from Mad About You to Friends. She's actually the waitress in the restaurant that they go to in that show. So
they remade. They're doing a new version of that too. It's on Amazon.
Oh shoot!
Oh wow! Did not know that.
Yeah. They have like a child that's going off to college or something. I only heard about that from my parents too, because that was also a show that my parents were really into.
Wow.
It's kind of funny. Like you look back at kind of like the '90s sitcoms and how they were kind of spin-offs of other sitcoms, where you had like one character that ended up crossing over and getting their own show, and that became a big hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Back when they could pull it off.
Well, and the thing is, I mean, Wookie brings up a good point. I mean, the laugh track is kind of essential in this show because I would imagine that some of the stuff wouldn't hit, especially nowadays, because there are references that were of the time, within the year or two of that show. If you don't have a frame of reference for it, it'd be hard to know that was actually a joke because maybe you didn't understand it. At least that would be my thoughts behind that.
Oh,
So.
no, there's some YouTube videos of people who have like cut the laugh track out of Friends and other shows like this, and it's just so awkward. It's just like dead silence after like one random joke. And you're like, wait, I guess that wasn't as funny. But
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, actually, I think that Friends they didn't always, but they did occasionally record in front of live audiences, because I do remember like at least the finale they did it that way. So
Yeah, and I think early on they did as well. But yeah, Jin Wong is actually throwing in the quotes from various very quotable episodes of Friends, including the one where he was marrying Emily and instead said Rachel, and that was a very, very awkward one. So I watched at least one episode of Friends. I'm dead serious. Same with Seinfeld. Yeah, some people didn't find it that Seinfeld very funny. So
Yeah, I did watch every episode of Seinfeld, and even though my parents were into that one too. I don't know.
yeah. And Jacob Archer Barton says, I never watched not even one episode of Friends. I know people like that too, but it was funny. There was a group of us that would get together and talk about the show, especially early on in the first few seasons, and then. And then there was one person that just didn't watch it at all. So they were always kind of like just listening to us. And I would have to imagine what that would be like from that perspective. So, yeah, I love that show. How I Met Your Mother. Yeah. They're remaking that as How I Met Your Father, only not exactly. It's really going to be no bueno from what I heard. But
I gotta say, I was disappointed with the end of that show.
Yeah, it's hard to say on that. Yeah, Helen Hunt, Darth Astor says Helen Hunt was on Mad About You. I liked that show. I know Wes did too. I thought that was pretty, or at least I think that's what Wes said. But I really enjoyed that show to a certain point, and then it kind of jumped the shark for me. That's another pop culture reference. But yeah, Twister. Yeah, she was awesome in Twister. I love that. Her and Bill Paxton were great in Twister.
That was a great flick. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Am I the only one that thought of Twister in Man of Steel? I can't be the only one.
No, you're not.
Okay. I was like, why am I getting Twister vibes from this part?
Well, yeah, but again, this is how the show started, with this iconic moment in the coffee house where Rachel walks in because she just walked out of her wedding in the rain, and is trying to reconnect with people that she knows in the city, and then. All of these moments for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
show married
show
to each other and all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, these pictures are the first episode, the end of the series, and then the special, so you can have them to compare.
Yeah, and he's looking a little rougher than I would have anticipated. But.
Poor guy.
Okay, this show started 30 years ago. All right,
Holy
it's been a long time.
I know. Well, I look a little rougher than I did 30 years ago. No doubt about that. But
I mean, I was never a kid when I watched this. I mean, I wasn't born yet. Yeah, that's it. Certainly shows your age when you say, "I was watching this as a kid."
Yeah, no.
This was when I was in high school.
Courtney Cox, she looked like she did here in the show. She looked very similar to what she looked like when she was dancing on stage with Bruce Springsteen for that music video, right? Mm-hmm. Born in the USA, wasn't she dancing on the stage for that?
She was in a music video?
Is that her?
Yeah, very early on. Yeah, I swear. Ask the audience. I bet you Captain Robert April and other people definitely tied up in that. But that's her at the end of the show, and there's her now.
Well, she's had some work done.
She's had a lot of work done. In fact, if you've seen watch her, you can see the progression of the work done on her if you watch the show Cougar Town, or at least check any of that out.
That's another one my parents really liked.
Yeah, Chandler. There's Chandler in the first episode. Chandler at the end. which he's much healthier here because he's no longer addicted to prescription pain meds, I think.
Yeah, Matthew
He was
Perry.
getting up the nose candy.
Yeah, well, he was on some stuff. Let's just put it that way. And then here he is now. So, and he's had a little bit of work done too. But he's
around the eyes there, you can tell. Yeah.
Yep. And then there's Phoebe, Elisa Kudrow, and then a little bit more, less crunchy granola at the end.
Right.
And then now
she also had work done.
She had work done, but still looking kind of similar.
She looks very much like herself still. You can always tell around the chin though. There's our buddy Joey, Matt LeBlanc, right? And there he is at the end, and there he is now.
Well,
no work done there, but
no work
looks good for his age.
Yeah.
Well, no work done, and also keep in mind that he was hosting the season of Top Gear after James Hunt after Clarkson, May, and Hammond left.
Right.
I thought he did a good job in that.
Yes, he did good, especially with Chris Harris.
Glinzer says the Rolling Stone cover with Jennifer Aniston laying on her stomach is the Friends' best moment. Well, I might agree with that. That's a little toxic, but I can agree with that.
Hi.
And, Shellback's old enough to have watched Friends.
Itty bitty Mercier.
And this is a topic that I think we should pay attention to. Thanatos Felicitas says topical humor has that drawback. It does. It's the difference between the Smother Brothers and Monty Python. Absolutely. Yeah. When you're dealing with current pop culture references that might have the staying power of a piece of toast, you're going to be limited in how long that show is going to be valuable. So, and there was a lot of that, unfortunately, in Friends. So you can definitely lose some things. A lot of people did not like Seinfeld. I didn't know that.
I didn't understand the humor of it.
A lot of it I just
love Seinfeld. So
I think Seinfeld was pretty fresh up until the last season or the last season and a half. I think it started getting a little stale and a little dumb.
And Vebent says, my wife loves Friends. I couldn't get into it, probably because I grew up on Roseanne and Married with Children.
Nice.
Yes, which was a lot more caustic humor, and I think it was really, it's a lot closer to going to on one side of my family when you went over there for anything, any event, any holiday, or just to have supper. You were pummeled. And you were jabbed at the entire time. So yeah, I mean that's the kind of humor I grew up with. But Married with Children was great. Did you guys watch that? It was really incredible.
That was an amazing show.
The show that had like the love and marriage thing at the beginning.
Here's a fun fact about those two shows. They tried to get Roseanne Barr for Married with Children, didn't they?
I'm glad she was in Roseanne.
Yeah, I tell you what, Roseanne was really well done. And again, I mean, a lot of that came from her, right? And it was her creation. Ed O'Neill carried Married with Children, in my opinion. Katy Segal was awesome, but and the early cast, the two kids, Faustino
and Christina Applegate.
Yep, yeah, Christina was great in that.
They had an openly lesbian character in the show too.
It did, yeah. Yeah, we got rid of how many Darcys or how many Darcys did we go through?
I think 3.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
That's
of course, Amy's World and Dynamite.
Of course, many who know Katy Segal know her as going on to be the voice of Leela in Futurama.
That's true.
Love
she was also the matriarch in Sons of Anarchy, right? Mm-hmm. And she was very good. I mean, she's a very talented actress, very, very good. Look at the dad there. With the baby.
I know, right?
Little guy.
All right, let's make it about the kid. There we go.
Aww.
All right, very good.
Oh, you guys look so similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the hair color is dead on.
Yeah. There you go. And just the same.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you for that. Bringing joy to everybody, my friend.
Little
Miasphere. Stare at the baby, please.
Little Miasphere.
Yeah, the mini sphere. We've got Kip Ellis for a £1.99 super sticker with a thumbs up. Thank you for that, my friend. The executive producer of the show that I'm on Mad Barber Entertainment, known as Street Smarts. Actually, I think he produces everything there for Mad. But that's a lot of fun. I love that. Thanks for hanging out, Kip. Appreciate it. Yeah, my son, Diablo Dame says, my son is 27 and understands Jump the Shark, although I did have to explain Ted McGinley to him. Yeah, the Ted McGinley factor. When Ted McGinley showed up on a show, you knew it was going to end. It just meant that. I don't know why. Dude was the kiss of death.
Well, him and Alison LaPlaca are the two that are known as the kisses of death.
Yeah.
There used to be a website. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There used to be a website that it was like tvtropes.com or something. I don't know if it's still there, but they listed like every single trope that exists in TV, and every one that you start reading, you're like, oh yeah, that one. It was so spot on.
And Small Time is right. The music video you're looking for with Courtney Cox in it, dancing on stage, is Dancing in the Dark. You're right, Small Time. I don't know why I got Born in the USA. Probably because she's wearing a cut off sleeves T-shirt of an American flag. I think when she's dancing, that's probably why that's wrong.
Didn't notice anything else but that.
The Mandela effect. She's a little thin. What's up, Robert? Yeah, the fat Monica bits would not fly these days. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I kind of want to see that on TV nowadays, just to see the reaction.
Wow, everybody else had this, and I was like,
it's funny. Funny thing you didn't know is that Christina Applegate played Rachel's sister on Friends.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Larry's in the chat. What's up, Larry? Yeah, 30 years ago. Amazing.
And they had a lot of guest actors back in the day too, like Bruce Willis and Tom Selleck, and I don't know, a lot of them. Brad Pitt, he played the friend that used to be fat. That was
it was so good. That was when Aniston and he were together. He was on the show. Yeah, and then they split like less than 2 years after that. Something I don't remember. Anyway, the Atlantean for a $5 super chat says, "Hail, Culture." Well, hail to you, the Atlantean. I'm sure you meant to say hail to everybody, but it's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, Joey is very handsome still. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there are plenty of topical references to Monty Python if you know the British culture of the time. Sure, but it had a lot to stand up over time as well. The Smothers Brothers were brilliant, but again, topical times. So Friends didn't age well as a TV show, but nowhere near as terribly as Sorkin's The West Wing. No, because really right now, that was the pinnacle of the West Wing was the pinnacle of political television at the time. It was supposedly represented the Democrat view of everything, and now that wouldn't fly because of the classical liberal ideals are abandoned. But I'm not going to get into the political side of that. I'm just going to say those are the reasons why. So, yeah. Oh, hey, anybody know what this is a reference to?
Men against Amazonian masterhood, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I thought that was so great. That's a Married with Children reference. So very good.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Good times.
Yeah, and this. And Glinzer, you're right. Roseanne's national anthem is what got her in trouble. So, a lot of people didn't watch Seinfeld. I mean, you're not alone there.
It was so popular because I remember it being, so popular. My parents loved Seinfeld.
Yeah, my parents liked it, and that was the only one that I liked with them because it didn't have kids on it.
I think it appealed and also repulsed people at the same time because even the people who didn't like it could tell that everything was very relatable. Like everything that the characters went through, you'd be like, oh my God, I hate it when that happens. But the characters were all horrible people. Like they were very neurotic and selfish and did all these things. So it's like people might like it and be able to accept that. But then I know a lot of people were like, I didn't like the characters,
Yeah, you're right. And they were all self-centered. Every single one of those characters in Seinfeld. Now, maybe that turned a lot of people off. I only remember a handful of episodes because I really wasn't fully engaged there. But it was pretty cool. So, and then of course we have We have, so many other people in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you all for being here.
I want to address Bryce Day and also
Yeah.
one. My parents loved Frasier.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely loved Frasier.
And it's coming back. So that and that's one of those things I know we'll be talking about in the future, because we'll see if it's as good as it originally was. But Larry says Katy Segal was a backup singer for Bette Midler. I did not know that.
Really?
Yeah, Rob Altisa says Katy Segal is Boris Segal's daughter. I did not know that. So wow, there you go. Yep, a precious ginger, absolutely.
Watch out.
We don't have many of those. Yeah, exactly. You get canceled. Wait, here we go. Speaking of getting some people on to guest star, can anyone imagine what Larry David and the cast of Seinfeld guest starring in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh my God.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah. Oh, that was a weird show. Yeah. I didn't get into that one. I will out loud admit that was not one of my faves. The Atlantean for $5 is Married with Children is great, but that Al Bundy football joke can take a long walk up a short cliff. Yeah, I understand. Are we your children culture? I don't know. I've been called a lot of things. I've been called dad or principal or lots of stuff. So it's fine. It's
You're our lawyer right now.
Not right now, absolutely. Thanatos Felicitas says, how about adding a child? That is also the kiss of death. It seems to be. Cousin Oliver showed up in the Brady Bunch, right? Mm-hmm. And that seemed to indicate the end of that show.
I'll tell you one that did it right, because it was Eye Candy back in the day. Growing Pains adding Leonardo DiCaprio as a cast member. I love that. Yeah, that was I think one of his first big things. If anybody goes back and watches that show, it also has Kirk Cameron before he went crazy. So there's that.
Wow. Okay.
Glinzer,
I will say, during that show, my friend, he really legitimately couldn't hear me. There is something about the way StreamYard right now is allowing creators to record each individual person's voice as a separate track, so that if somebody's low, they can bring that level up when they're compiling the recording for an edit or something.
What?
So you can actually get an individual track for each of the people on the panel now.
Really?
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Okay, that's...
Yeah, sorry. I love that song, but no, that wasn't the song. I was wrong. Everybody corrected me. Full House, absolutely. That got a reboot recently.
It was funny because it's like TGI, because of the whole TGIF thing, Full House, Family Matters, and Step by Step, if I'm correct, are all in the same, I guess you could say, continuity in a way, because you had because there was the whole Disney episode that actually featured the three girls in Full House on Family Matters and in the background, and then you had Steve Urkel who popped in on Full House with the Jesse.
Yeah. Oh man. My God, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of crossover back then. The shows would build on each other. Must See TV was NBC's thing at the time. You had a lot of that for a period of time. You had the Cosby Show. Everything around the Cosby Show was must see. I mean, you had different eras of television like that.
A different world spun off the Cosby Show, basically.
Yeah. Keely Chow says, can anyone imagine what would happen if you put Al Bundy, Archie Bunker, George Jefferson, and Fred Sanford in the same room? The funniest television show you've ever seen in your entire life would happen spontaneously. They wouldn't even need a script, kind of like what Larry David does with his stuff, right? So, yeah. This is an interesting story, Larry. Steve Martin started as a writer on the Smothers Brothers TV series. And before that, he actually worked in the magic shop at Disneyland. I bet you guys didn't know that. He was amazing. What a brilliant mind. Still at it today.
I can't watch Steve Martin.
Really?
Yeah. When I first got my glasses when I was a kid, this is a stupid story, but we watched The Jerk, and my brother used to tease me about going cross-eyed, so I could never watch Steve Martin.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a bummer because he's brilliant and funny.
That movie has one of those memorable quotes where Steve Martin starts narrating and says, "When I was a poor black boy," and then you're like, "Okay, I know where this movie is going."
Yeah.
It was really great. That was one of the best. Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division. What's up again, Bruce? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Says True Romance. 1992 was the best Who's Who in Tinseltown in the 90s. Changed my mind. You're not wrong. I think the cast in that was incredible. Slater and everybody that was in that film. No, you're not wrong, my man. Fast Times would be the previous generation, right? Fast Times had everybody in it. Judge Reinhold, just everybody. Sean Penn. Think about all the people that were in that film. You're not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. Let's see. God, this is great. Oh, Del Taco Delivery. That sounds awesome, man. Dude, I love their crinkly fries. I can't eat them anymore because, keto. But
Yeah,
they were
carbs.
great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're able to get their tacos down as cheap as they are. I don't know what they're putting in those things, but I mean, it's food, I think.
I like to assume that it has the right food in it, but then occasionally you get restaurants that are like, now with white meat. And you're like, what did they have before? So
here's an interesting experiment to try. Try using Taco Bell sauce on a Del Taco taco and Del Taco sauce on a Taco Bell taco. I think there's some kind of chemistry at work there because it really doesn't work well.
that sounds very interesting. And also that you might have tried that.
Well, you ever go into a place and they forget to give you sauce and you have like a drawer full of sauce? It was one of those scenarios.
That's smart.
Well, not on their part. They forgot the sauce.
Well, I mean,
That's really tacos. You got to remember, that's just,
I used to have a drawer. Mirrorsphere, I'm sure you did too. I used to have a drawer of all of the packets of sauce from all the restaurants that you could just like your go-to drawer of everything.
That's totally true. I have
like
two
a little
cups
thing
still.
inside the fridge. You just got like ketchup packets. God knows what else.
Yeah.
I think we can agree that either is inedible without sauce. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? Billionaire, that's also kind of a who's who. The Outsiders. What a great film. What a great film. Yeah. Hey, Bone. What's up, buddy? Del Taco uses Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people, Larry. I hope not.
I have a theory about why Del Taco's chicken is so cheap, and that is that here's my theory. All right, conspiracy, but the theory is this: that you know those chicken farms, how some chickens will just randomly die. Well, they take those chickens that are freshly, deceased, and they use those instead of culling the chickens like other places. So they're already dead. They're just like, well, it's only been dead for like 2 hours.
It'll be fine.
Make nuggets out of it. Yeah.
There you go. Bruce Lombardo says, culture is on keto. Imagine that without keto, culture looks like the dude. I do. In fact, my dad, my biological father, looks like the dude. I swear. Someday I'll get a picture of me and him standing together for everybody, and you can say, holy cow. Yeah.
How are your bowling skills?
Oh, his bowling skills are exemplary. Mine are passing. I used to be really good. I used to consistently bowl over 200. Now, probably not that good. Let's see.
I think without keto, I'd probably look like fat bastard.
That would be awesome. Hey, Cal G with the $2 super chat says zoom. That's right. Zoom.
That was a car commercial back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Zoom. What was it like? Was that a Volkswagen commercial?
I think so. Man, they were pretty catchy back in the day.
Yeah, because they tried Farfignugan, and then people started putting stickers on Fucking Groovin'.
Funkin' Groovin'. Funkin' Groovin', yeah. That was the clean version.
Shoot, sorry. Yeah.
Nah, I don't care. We're 43 minutes in, and I already said Dick's Division a few times. I think we're all right. But Glenzer says, just remembered the guy who survived being stranded in the snow in his car by consuming Taco Bell sauce. Yep.
That's a good advertisement for them, Yeah. Our sauce is so good, it'll keep you alive for this many days.
Bone has the same drawer. See, I'm not the only person that did this in my youth. I love that drawer. I haven't bought ketchup in months. I know.
I've got a cup, a little mug that I have in a shelf above my oven, and it's full of ketchup and mustard and relish packs that I like that are extra for food. It is very helpful, you keep it nearby, and then if you run out, you're like, hey, we have ketchup packs. So there you go. The more you know.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, and you know what, Nancy? I think everybody has a super sauce place, or most people do. I think. Godzillionaire made only from chickens that died of natural cause.
The coroner made sure beforehand.
Now, okay, let's not start this rumor. Jeff Bridges is not my father, okay, but he does look very much. When I travel, I have the dude T-shirt that I'll wear, like on the plane and stuff. You look at the T-shirt, you look at me, and then you're like, they could be related, right? Pretty funny. Hey, Lola, what's up? The ever lovely Lola is with us.
Lola.
Lola. It was a Mazda commercial. That's what it was. Thank you. Nice. Thank you, Rob. Rob Altus on top of it.
Do they even make Mazdas? Right? Will they make? Do they even? Are they in America? Sold in America anymore? I don't know. I should keep track of that. I lost interest as soon as the RX-8 went away.
Right.
Wait a minute. Didn't they? I thought they made. Didn't they make a new RX? I don't know.
No.
The MX. Oh no! Wait. The MX. The replacement for Miata.
MX-5.
Yeah,
MX-5.
There you go. Yeah. Did they make anything else? I know that they used to have their version of the Ranger. Whatever.
I think a lot of it they just kind of jumped into the whole crossover market, like most manufacturers nowadays kind of jump into.
Yeah. I think everybody has that drawer. Yeah. Farfignugan was great. Yeah, it was so awesome.
Don't be ashamed,
you guys.
Of that shelf.
Wow, are we old people or what? But yeah. Let's see. Jeff Lloyd Bridges could be CC grandfather. Yeah, could be. My grandfathers lived a very long time. Kids, I'm hoping to have their lifespan. I doubt it, but I'm hoping to have it. So, Wookiee Lives Matter says Ewoks wouldn't think twice about eating any one of you. Cute, yeah, right. Those little bastards are monsters. Yeah,
I don't know. They probably would braid my hair and then eat you guys. Just saying.
Yeah, the Whataburger. I like the Whataburger ketchup better than the other places because you can actually dip stuff in it because it's like a little trough.
I'm just getting hungry now.
Little cup.
Well, of course, we're in California, so we don't get Whataburger here. So that's straight Texas right there.
I think
Five Guys would probably be the closest equivalent.
I think Five Guys would be the closest. Yeah.
I missed a couple super things. Let's get to them real quick. We have Mr. Butt Crack Media. Thank you, Mr. Butt Crack Media, with a super sticker. Let's see, what was the super sticker, my friend? It was a poop emoji. Well, thank you for that. I'm used to getting that from, of course, our friend Christy. Haven't seen Christy in a bit, so let's see. We've also got Lola with an overly generous super chat of $10 saying, "Hey, Culture, great panel." Well, thank you very much, Lola. Again, Lola is a creator, guys, with a channel and everything. You can definitely check that out. Very supportive of Comicsgate and. Lots of great guests, including Mccarthy 90. Mccarthy was on there last week, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I have been on the stream pretty much every night since I started.
Oh wow! Well, Lola,
it's so much fun.
There you go, Lola after midnight, guys. So, all right.
Thanks,
so we're gonna.
Lola.
Yeah, Lola's a big supporter of everybody. She really is. Big part of that support system for everybody. So appreciate that. Everybody's talking about the Soylent Green thing. That's not good. Let's see. Glinzer says a lot of bowling alleys have closed down in Cali over the past decade. I wonder why.
Damn it. Also, not to show my age, I would always go to the arcade at our bowling alley. And we would stay at the nerdy side because we couldn't bowl. But hey, they had DDR back in the day. Oh my God. Yeah, I definitely hit that point because all I say is back in the day now. Crap. But at least I don't say when I was your age.
Do you remember Cosmic Bowl? The Cosmic Bowl nights where like they would have like all the disco lights on, and everything else.
I did a all-nighter and like they had neon like glow in the dark stars and everything. Yeah.
We lost Mirror Sphere. That's a shame.
We grossed them out with our
we lost the dad sphere.
Yeah, probably had daddy duty.
Yeah. He had to take care of Mini Sphere. But Bruce says topic 1 for the draw stream is Culture Casino Jeff Bridges' son. No.
Confirmed.
No. That's a conspiracy. Okay.
I don't know what Leia had to do. She had completely lost her clothes. This must have been to something else.
Well, the question is, where did the Ewoks get that dress?
Oh, I don't know.
Was there another lady they actually ate, and then they were like, "This dress might look good on you"?
Chick-fil-A, a Polynesian sauce. Chick-fil-A's Polynesian sauce is the best. Yum Yum sauce works on everything. Really? I'll have to try that sometime.
It sounds yum yum.
Yeah, Jedi was rough film on her. Absolutely. Yeah. Larry for a $2 super chat. Thank you for that, Larry. You didn't have to do that, friend. Says CC and Wes make a great Huntley Brinkley report, guys. Yeah, I think we can do it. I was talking about having Wes do one of the news segments with me over on Odyssey when I get those rolling next week. So I'm pretty excited to do those, guys. Completely unfiltered for a change, which is hard to do now. It really is.
Yeah, one of the questions on the YouTube creator survey is, do you think YouTube censors? Oh, shit, I used the word. Shit, I just used the word shit. God damn it. Oh, man.
Yeah, now we don't have to worry about it.
I'm not saying it's obvious, but,
I said yes.
I said, what do you think?
Yeah, we were all saying back in the day. So beyond that, Stephanie thinks, Stephanie Littlepage thinks that Szechuan sauce is best on everything. I don't know. I mean, even on like a sweet and sour pork, I don't think so.
Oh no, I go with the Szechuan sauce. Totally.
There's this pot sticker sauce that is better than soy sauce on everything.
Yeah.
You put that on chow mein, which I can't have right now, but when I, occasionally indulge, makes it so good, especially pork chow mein.
I buy frozen pot stickers. I don't make them, but they always come with packets of that sauce, but they're too small for all of the pot stickers. And it's always frustrating because you also have to rip it open and you can't really save it very easily if you don't want to use all of it. It's the worst. Sorry.
Yeah, those Ling Ling pot stickers. Yeah, they used to have bigger packets. They cheaped out.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why some people thought Ewoks were cute.
How dare you, sir?
I'll
break your heart. My first Star Wars movie I watched?
No.
It was the Ewok adventure movies that the Battle for Endor with the live action. Do you guys a lot of people don't even know those existed?
I remember.
And that was my first introduction to Star Wars, and it was Ewoks everywhere.
For a second there, I thought you said I'm going to break your neck or something like that. I was like, what? Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I will break your neck if you don't like Ewoks. Just watch your...
I don't like Ewoks.
Ewoks are cannibals. The Larry's just helping you out with this thought here, AFK.
Well, you know what?
They ate stormtroopers. They ate them.
Yeah, but then
is that why they had the helmets off and they were... You notice they're using the Del Taco rule, freshly deceased stormtroopers.
Oh, there you go. See, that was pretty sweet, They don't let anything go to waste. They reuse the armor, so pretty civilized. Sorry, we went off on a weird tangent there.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Bruce, if here's the thing. I mean, at a certain point, can they pull you down for misinformation if you're just telling the truth? So, I guess we'll find out. But you know what? We actually have a couple other things to talk about, or I thought we did. Does anybody have any further comments on the Friends reunion? Because boy, that took us for 53 minutes, and we weren't even originally talking about it.
I am somewhat interested because it does remind me of the Fresh Prince reunion, which I really liked.
Oh, yes.
There was a Fresh Prince reunion?
Yeah, there was a Fresh Prince reunion on HBO Max. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a great show. I watched that one for sure. It was very relatable.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I honestly was surprised because I didn't realize there was going to be a Friends reunion, so I have to go watch that. But it's kind of weird. I prefer a reunion over a reboot of one of the shows. I don't know if it changed after the first 5 minutes, but I tried watching Fuller House and I couldn't make it through the first scene because they were playing it exactly like the style of a sitcom from the 90s with like the awkward pauses and everything. And I was like, either this is a self-aware first scene that they're trying to make fun of, or they filmed the entire series this way and I cannot watch it. So I would say they should have just had all the Full House people get together and be like, oh, remember that time when? And but I think Friends did it right. And apparently there were live performances by singers and stuff. Like, I think Lady Gaga was there and Justin Bieber, and they dressed up like the characters. So I think that's worth checking it out.
Yeah, I will have to go back in time and see if I can locate those. So we'll definitely do that. Oh, wait a minute. Snowdub says I got to talk with Drew Struzan on Twitter today. What an honor! The greatest movie poster artist of all time. Awesome, Snowdub. I hope that you were able to recruit him for an interview on your channel. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. And for those that don't know who he is, he's the guy that did the Back to the Future poster. So he was.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a great documentary on him. I think it was either on Amazon or Netflix, and I don't know where it is now. You know, it seems like anytime there's good content that's independent and kind of a little funky, it disappears.
Yeah. Well, it's not as, easy to grab your eye. I mean, but I gotta say, like those Back to the Future posters are a great kind of example of how creative he is, because I remember my sister had the first two movie posters, and like each one, it was just like, first it was just Marty standing there at the exact same, car. Then there's the Doc and Marty, and then they add Claire on there. And it's like, just such a simple way to let you know, even without font or like words, that one's the first, one's the second, and another's the third movie.
It was incredible, and the art in it is amazing. And Wes is 100% right. I mean, he just that's an iconic run of posters for sure. Latino Slant for $4.99. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, Paulie. Thanks for joining us today. Says, "Hola, culture. Don't censor these Chicano YouTube." No, I don't think they will, man. But it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here, man. I got to swing by your channel today. Check it out, man.
You just got to lean into that a little bit more, Paulie, and they won't censor you for sure. You're in the safe zone. Yeah, you might want to come out as trans, though. That might help. I recently came out as a Borg Warner T56 transmission. It's a 6-speed manual transmission. Yeah. It takes, Dextron, ATF. I'm very happy. Just be gentle.
Yeah. And Full House did become Fuller House. That's true. Yeah. It did. It was Fuller House. They had a reboot. People watch it. I don't know if it's still up or if they're still doing it, but it was rebooted. Don't remember where.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah. The poster was eye-catching for sure.
It is, and it's interesting in the documentary because it talks about, and it shows the failed posters that he did, the ones that ultimately weren't selected. And it goes through the thought process and the go between, talking to Zemeckis back and forth on, no, that poster doesn't work or this poster does work, till they ultimately got to the one they used.
The perfect one.
I love that stuff. I love that. I'm such a nerd when it comes to that behind the scenes stuff.
Well, and think about it. I mean, the vents on the DeLorean and everything. I mean, oh my gosh, just some of the stuff, just the little details and everything. It was great. And of course, Barack Derma says, "Who hates it when movie makers just delete some scenes or remove it, even though it is a good scene? I saw deleted scenes from movies that were good. It happens all the time. You got to leave some stuff on the floor, and sometimes it's just not pertinent to the film. But I like it when I get like director's cuts or extended cuts. I mean, Suicide Squad, for as bad as that film was, no matter how you see it, the extended cut is way better than the theatrical cut. So
it bugs me when they go back and censor. Like I have to say the first movie I ever noticed, and this was because like I was hyper obsessed with Jurassic Park. Like from the day it came out, I owned the VHS. I watched it a bajillion times. I can quote it. But at some point, I watched it. I believe it was on Netflix, and they like the very first scene where the guy's getting pulled into the Velociraptor cage. Muldoon says, "Shoot her, shoot her, shoot her," and like it like drags out, and he's like, but But in in this new version, they cut out 2 of the shoot hers and only did it once. And like they just had this awkward silence. Like for whatever reason, they didn't want it to sound as violent as it was. And I was just like sitting there going, okay, this is crazy. This is stupid. And then I've noticed that with other movies now, like just very simple, like, instead of like a swear word, it's like a shoot or, and I don't know. That bugs me a lot. Yeah. And they're subtle. Yeah. People wouldn't notice this stuff.
Latino Slant for $4.99 says the trans slant or Latino rant, Wes.
Well, I think yes, and I just addressed it in the chat, but I think he needs to decide manual transmission or automatic, overdrive or no overdrive, Ford or Chevy. So you need to get that worked out first, and then you have a curveball where you have like the Borg Warner T5 that was installed in both Fords and Chevys. So it gets complicated. It's complicated. There are 57 transmissions you could choose from.
What's the one that has the 2 in the car, like where you can switch the tires and then use the other stick to go into like different wheel drive, but like it also is automatic? Because that's what I've got.
All wheel drive,
like a transaxle.
I maybe I've got like one of those old trackers. It's like a small Jeep thing. So,
okay.
Yeah, I was just curious if you knew what that was called.
I think transaxle all-wheel drive. That would be. I think there's a transaxle in there.
Yeah. Executive producer Sol Leibowitz lets us know that Married with Children had 3 failed spinoffs.
Well, Friends had the failed spinoff of Joey, so it's not really surprising when you have a big sitcom that has those spinoffs. It just most of the time those spinoffs don't really succeed as well as the original.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hail and welcome. Johnny Coolwater says, you're new to our channel. What are you guys all about? Greetings from NorCal. We talk a lot of pop culture entertainment and stuff. Today, the Sunday show is usually kind of chill. Sometimes we have some special guests. Afk Bard does a lot of reviews and essentially book readings now. She's got a lot of content on her channel. Wes, who's right next to her, he does everything. I think if you listen to the end when we close and Wes does his outro, he will tell you he covers a lot. He's informed on a lot of things, and he does some really eclectic content. Let's put it that way. Right below him is Mccarthy90. Mccarthy90 is an artist and creator. Does a lot of draw streams. Promotes a lot of different creators that write stories and comics and do different types of creation. And then immediately below me is the Mirror Sphere's Origin, and he does. He's working on a graphic novelization, some really cool stuff on his side of things. So mostly a novel, but yeah, he's doing some stuff. And in fact, I am almost done with what he sent me, and then I'm going to give him some feedback. So, but it is, so there you go. There's a quick breakdown. But no, I cover pop culture and entertainment from a business side of things during my regular shows, like the 6 Minute Daily and stuff like that. So
and nice to meet a fellow Northern Californian.
That's right. Daredevil Yeah, I think I tried to do it. I tried to get it quickly. Yeah, because we're running out of time. I want to cover one more subject at least. But Glenzer said Daredevil director's cut is better than the original. I can believe that. I don't see how that would be hard to do.
The Ben Affleck one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hope it has another Evanescence song.
Okay, don't start. I'm so sick of that song because I heard it everywhere.
Latino Slant is identifying as a lowrider. Okay, now I have that song stuck in.
All right, see, but to be truly trans, you have to have hydraulics, because if you're just a lowrider, well, then you're not trans. You can't transition to high and low.
Wait till Disney remakes. This is interesting. Wait till Disney remakes Jurassic Park. Anyone remember Land Before Time? I do.
Did they already remake Jurassic Park with Jurassic World?
Yeah.
I look forward to. I look forward to Disney. I look forward to the alien xenomorph becoming a Disney princess.
Well, no, that would be Ripley. The Disney princess Ripley.
Oh God.
From Alien, yeah, I don't know how. Look, I mean, at this point, a princess is anything according to them. So I think you can tap out of that idea anymore.
Right.
This is an interesting question, though. Josiah Fitch poses to us all. I can say no, and I'm probably not going to see it Not until it's free somehow. Did you see Cruella, AFK?
No, I've kind of gotten frustrated with all these like takes on how to like sympathize with the villains of things where they were clearly like flat out made to be like the worst characters ever. So I didn't watch the Melissa.
Murdered dogs for clothing. Like,
yeah, right. She tried to
Right?
kill 101 puppies. I mean, that's pretty
And-
effed up.
And they say she's a part of the LGBT community now. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's just it frustrates me. So I wasn't gonna watch it because I don't like the messaging. It's kind of like WandaVision at the end. It's like who are we supposed to cheer for? You know?
Yeah. The problem is they don't like that kind of accountability, is what it seems like. Wes, so you think you're going to see Cruella?
No.
Okay, easy come, easy go there. Makini,
Who wants to see like? I mean, what am I hearing here right now? That you're going to have like an evil lesbian that drowns puppies? What? Why would I want to watch that? What?
It's gonna get brave, Wes. Come on.
You're missing that.
Is she only drowning the male puppies? I mean, what? Is she only drowning the ones, the white puppies without spots? What's going on here?
It's gonna get brave. It's gonna get brave.
I'm
They
highly
want people to
confused
hate
right now.
You
The answer-
misunderstand. There's an under message of like hurt and pain, and you know she's just misunderstood and why she wants to kill 101 of puppies. And yeah,
Maybe I will watch it now. I don't know. I'm starting to get sold.
To answer your question, Culture,
Yeah.
I have stayed away from all Disney live action remakes because there's no point to it, and it's just another place's cash grab. So
Well,
this is
sure.
no exception.
and I don't disagree with that take, and I agree with that. Marisphere, you think you're going to see Cruella, or can you say no? Okay, all right, fair enough. And then ultimately, we just added our friend Mando Mark is showing up as Cast in the Shadows right now. You think you're going to see Cruella, Mando Mark?
Probably not. No.
It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, my
a
friend.
Disney stamp on it.
What do you mean, probably not?
Nah.
Okay,
So
how
I'm
about
assuming
that?
that-
No.
That's a
There you
no.
go.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought. Okay. Latino Slant shows up for $4.99. Book breakdown. Come on, Culture. I'm still waiting for Kai's book review. I mean, I get on it, brother. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Can I just say something though about the Cruella thing? Since you reminded me that this is just at the moment. It feels like there's a villain movie fad where it's like we need to make movies about the villains. You know, we got Joker, we got Venom, we got
Weren't they
it's
like
Cruella
act
now. We
Joker
got,
for this movie?
I think Sony has a Craven the Hunter and what's face in the works as well. Morbius the Living Vampire. It's like Venom fine, but the way they did it doesn't work, at least to me.
Gonna have Spider-Man.
It's one thing if you're going to do a
Gotta have-
movie about like an anti-hero, but a villain, like usually the villains are psychopathic murderers that you should not be empathizing with at all. And I just thought it was really weird that they decided to go with like the first few movies that doing this fad are Joker and Venom, which are two characters who would literally not exist if not for the hero. They are the villain too.
Right.
I would love a live action Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
No. No. Look.
God, no. What?
No.
You'd never do that 'cause
Stop
he's-
the madness.
he's a
I feel
white
like
male.
Susan Powder. Stop the madness. Do you guys remember that? Anyway. So
I just
Mr.
don't understand
Trump-
this villain fad. That's just me. Like,
Yeah.
not for me. I don't care. So.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Tickle Truck sends us a $2 Canadian super sticker that's a Shiba Inu farting hearts. But at least most everybody here is not interested in this film. That was my takeaway from that conversation. So, but yeah, a lot of people feel this way, Larry. A lot of people feeling that way.
She's the villain of the Dalmatians movie, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. A Disney boycott puts money back in your pocket. Yeah, I can see that for a lot of people.
And another thing is just like it looks just like Birds of Prey. It's just like Harley Quinn. It's just like Disney's Harley Quinn, basically.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It is, and
what the hell?
Look, they try to prop it up artificially in the trades as performing well and everything else. When a Quiet Place 2 is kicking its butt by a factor of 3. So I'm like, really? You think this is a good weekend for this film?
Really big.
Nah. Larry says the new Cadillac, the Cruella DeVille. Well, there you go.
You know what?
No, it would be the Cruella de Volvo.
Oh my.
Oh.
Executive
Did you
producer
say
Soul
Volvo or
Leibowitz. Volvo. Executive producer Sol Leverwitz says, I saw Cruella because my wife wanted to see it. It felt like it started as another film, and then they slapped the Cruella DeVille title on it to sell tickets. It's not as bad as you think it would be. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, and the first movie to sympathize with the villain for Disney to do anyway was Frozen. Don't be fooled. Elsa was the evil ice queen with a frozen heart. True.
It's true.
Oh, but I just loved how in that one the kiss of love was between two sisters. That was very what a great trick. Yeah.
Are you sure that wasn't a kiss of gratitude? Like we got in.
Thank you, small time.
Okay, we can't say that. We can't say that other word. Okay, but we know what you're talking about. But we know what you're saying, blind.
Yeah. Bruce Lombardo thinks that at some point Disney will make a rom-com of Casey Anthony smothering her children. I cannot monetize the stream.
Wow!
Wow.
That's okay. I'm not monetizing it anyway because even with an hour in, I'm sure I'd get in trouble. So.
Yeah, but still, wow! Just whew, that's a spicy one.
Attack Dalmatians. Yeah, there you go.
Dude,
Right,
those
yeah.
Dalmatians run real fast. You don't want to get chased down by one of them.
PJ's
They were white Dalmatians without spots.
Yeah, everybody say hi to PJ.
Oh,
PJ.
Hey, PJ.
Hey, PJ, good to see you. Long time no see.
I'm sorry that I avoided your channel for so long because I hadn't watched all of the Orville, and I was afraid that I would just get spoiled by anything. So I saw you, and I felt I was repulsed, but in the most respectful way. I thought you would have too much awesome stuff there. So yeah.
No,
Wow.
The stuff that you probably would have been spoiled, and that's fine.
No, but I've come back. I'm watching your stuff, but for quite a while I was like, I can't until I finish season 2.
And now that you have, did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I just love the Orville. It's my favorite Star Trek show, and I will pimp that to anybody and their mother.
But you realize if you go to Orville Nation, he does Dark Matter shows about the show Dark Matter, and he has amazing guests on directors and set designers and all kinds of stuff.
Well, no, that was my problem. Is I saw his name. And I was like, oh, it's a whole channel on the Orville. So I legit didn't want to get spoiled for something. But I figured it out.
He's great.
Okay, all right, yeah. But
I got on stream with him.
He's great. And all those streams are amazing. I had so much fun the time or two I was able to join for the Dark Matter stuff. Stephanie says, I love dogs, so no thanks. I love dogs too, so no thanks. Jacob Archer Barton says, I have Disney Plus, basic streaming service, not premium streaming service, not going to see Cruella. Yeah, I don't think anybody is until it's free. So there you go. We're getting a live action Ursula movie starring Melissa McCarthy. Believe it or not.
She lost too much weight to play that.
Is that a joke or is that real?
That's the problem with this world. We don't know.
It is, but that's wrong. That's wrong.
Typecasting. That's all I have to say about
that. Not really surprised. Anything with Disney nowadays, it's just immediately turn off. Just okay.
Yeah. Zach7 sends a super sticker. Yeah, anything with a name on it right now, I hear you, Mirror. I really do. Zach7 sends us a Canadian $1.99 super sticker. It's a #1 foam finger pointed up, so that's pretty cool. And then Orville Nation, our friend, sends us a $5 super sticker, which is a how's it going? Well, how's it going with you, my man? It's good to see you.
You're awesome. I'm sorry I avoided you for so long. You're the bomb diggity. Everybody needs to go over there.
There you go. Absolutely. And again, all the content there is great. I actually promoted it today. I try to promote it anytime I see anytime I see PJ's putting a show together, especially with amazing guests, definitely try to promote that because it's awesome. It's good place for me to lurk while I edit a video. Glinzer says 101 Dumbasses starring the Disney execs.
That's good.
I think we're going to see the next movie announced by Disney is China, the greatest place on earth, because don't ban our movies anymore.
Well, hey,
this shit is savage.
They're killing it right now. Yeah, Soul Assassins, like, imagine John Wick appearing at the end of Cruella. Yes, he walks through a door.
Somebody said, imagine the Punisher at the end of Cruella. He just comes into the door, just with the credits.
Yeah, I think they're working on that, Stephanie. I think they are. Yeah, 40s, baby. Cruella is more the Devil Wears Prada with really great performances by. I think Emma Stone's great. So if that's the thing, then they should have just made a different film.
Well, that's the thing. That's what they're all doing now. Is like, instead of like, they have a completely different story, but they're like, how can I sell it? I'll slap the title of this on. Like they did that with certain Japanese animes back in the day, like where they actually cut them up and made their own stories out of them. And it's just like, that's a thing that you can totally do nowadays. And they own everything. So they can be like, okay, well, we have this completely different thing. But, if we put some dogs in there and everything else is completely different, we can still say it's 101 Dalmatians. So I don't know. I'm just so triggered by that stuff.
It's a common marketing tactic that a lot of corporations use. They've been doing it for the last, I want to say, like 30 plus years. It's pretty much you want to do a new idea or new something, but because it's a new idea, there's a lot of risk in how it can essentially fail the second it's launched. And so this way you market it under something with brand recognition, and it's instantly going to have something.
Like the National Lampoon.
Or like the more recent Assassin's Creed titles.
Those movies are good, but some of them was like,
and this is actually a true statement. And this has actually been talked about since many moons ago. The Disney Dalmatian movies almost destroyed the Dalmatian breed because of the puppy farms. Thanatos Felicitas, you're 100% right. I do remember that. I did
not know that.
I did.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Puppy farm.
Puppy farms. They used to just kick out Dalmatians left and right. Thank you for that. This is great. John Coolwater says lots of support for a Casey Anthony Disney film here. Wow, that's brilliant. The secret theme there. Wow, you guys are savage. Oh wow, this is cool. Zach 7 says the audience at the theater should have a John Wick button. If the movie sucks at any point, over 50% push their button. John Wick kills everyone. Credits. I love it. Yeah, because all of a sudden the door gets kicked in and just John Wick everywhere. Just be awesome.
That'd be awesome. I feel like.
Yeah, the jokes write themselves. If the Ursula movie is true, Diablo Dame, yes.
Here's the thing. All the people who develop these movies, all the story writers and stuff, have to sit on seats that if everybody rejects the movie, it electrocutes them.
Oh, I think that would be great, right? A little negative reinforcement for your garbage. Latino Slant for $4.99 says, okay, last super chat, I promise. Which do you recommend for the slant to also be on Minds or Odyssey? I'm seriously thinking of expanding. Love you guys. Well, dude, you can immediately get all your stuff over to Odyssey right away. And you become unfettered over there because you're not bound to a lot of the stuff that will happen to you on YouTube, and you're monetized from day one, although again it's library coins that you have to convert, so it's cryptocurrency, but there's opportunity there, and Minds is a great place. You can monetize there from day one as well, especially with a Minds Plus account. That also you get access to cryptocurrency that way. Ethereum, I think, is its base. And I don't know, Wes, you agree with me? Maybe I think both.
I do. I would recommend both. But I would start with Odyssey because Odyssey allows a mechanism for you to import your entire library over, to port it over. and you are monetized out of the gate. You actually get library tokens for watching other people's content, for sharing their content, for sending a link out to invite people to follow your channel. You get 8 library tokens a piece for those. I do believe right now library tokens are worth about 11 cents. So it has nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, and not only that, but it will increase in value. It has seen some substantial shift upwards in value. So and like I said, there's no downside to Odyssey, my friend. Yeah, there really isn't. Minds is great because it's very much an amalgamation of the social media platforms. So the interface is easy. You can easily be verified there. Like I said, there's no downside with either of them, in my opinion. So there you are. Bruce Lombardo says Grip would be the movie title about Ursula. Maybe so. Bagels Meds for a $5 super chat says, "Hail, you wonderful people." Well, hail to you. Man, we've never gotten to the next subject. This is funny as heck.
What was the next subject?
We're going to talk about the Amazon thing, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Hey, Culture.
Definitely more West rants. Those are some of my favorite. Yeah. Oh, Mccarthy, do you need to leave, buddy?
Yep. Go ahead. Take off.
All right. Okay. Mccarthy, let me put you full screen, my friend, and we will get you going.
Get my camera going here. Let's set up 1 second. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's not it. That's not it. Hang on.
That's not it. It looks pretty good to me.
It is. Keep my camera. So anyway, anything special going on Sunday? Yeah. This will be the first.
It's dark.
This will be the first color stream for the season. So yeah, we're gonna do some colors. I haven't touched people. If you haven't seen me do some color work in a while, but yeah, first color stream of the season. This is what we'll be working on. Blueberry from KOF15. As you can see here, I got all my markers and everything all set up.
You're all set, man. It looks great.
Yeah, we're going to be coloring this one.
Awesome.
And hope to see you guys there. We'll put the link in the chats. And so after Sunday Culture Review, have some spend your Sunday with us. We'll have some fun there. So, all right, that's it.
I think that's great. I can't wait to see it. I will drop in over there, and I will definitely mention your channel on the way out the door. Hopefully the mods here will wrench it right before we call it a day. So thank you, Mccarthy, for joining us today. That looks beautiful. Cannot wait to see you put the colors in.
All right. Much love, guys.
All right, man. Take care. Thank you.
See ya.
All right. Whoa, that's weird. Let's fix that. Oh, yeah. I don't like being full screen. Have you guys noticed that? I'm not a big fan. All right, guys. Well, we never got anywhere. So, I feel like we have one more subject we don't have time to cover. Well, we're going to try. Apparently,
lightning round.
Stephanie didn't like anything. That's fine. It must be the Ursula movie that she was responding to. This was a brilliant thing. The producers. That's from the producers.
I will sing it without saying it because I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
You can't.
Okay, but
yeah.
At least say springtime and Germany.
That's right. Excellent. It's so great. Love that.
For Poland and France.
I think we need more people to be able to laugh at the absurd because that's the best kind of comedy, in my opinion. We're supposed to laugh at the stupid and bad stuff because, if we're unhappy all the time, we'll just get hernias. And then we'll die young.
I don't know. I think I just got a hernia from singing.
This is interesting. This is an interesting idea, Glenzer.
That is an interesting idea. Wow. I mean, would that even fit in a house with how much of how long that thing is now?
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Dexy Doodle, I believe she advocates for faux fur in the new film. I think they're trying to soften those parts of her personality and make the dogs the villains.
I don't know.
Dalmatians aren't dogs you want if you have kids. They're bossy and pushy. They've been known to snap at kids. They are they're a bigger breed, and they don't quite know how big they are compared to their surroundings. It's true.
Pitbull, much better option.
Yeah, Lassie's popularity ruined the collie breed for years. That's also true.
Really? I had a dog exactly like Lassie. love that.
Yeah, I love this. You're not wrong, Bruce. All the producers' quotes in the chat warm my heart as well. Thought
I
that
could
was
start
such a great
quoting
film.
all the Mel Brooks movies.
Yeah, Mr. Tickle Trunk is right. Mine's is Twitter without the bologna sausage. Let's see.
It is. You actually have brilliant people on Minds. Not that there aren't brilliant people on Twitter, but you also have, the other people.
Yeah. And I'm all about starting the new slant coin, Krusty Moko. Now that I'm learning how to do it and where all the stuff is on GitHub, I mean, we could create our own crypto. I've talked about it before.
What are you going to call yourself if you get rich off slant coin?
On slant coin, I don't know. Rich. I'll just call myself Rich. I'm a Slantino already, so yeah, he's got great drawings, Larry. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I feel like if I got rich off of slant coins, I'd probably buy like the lowrider that's in Training Day. I'd have that. I'd have like the Monte Carlo. It'd be badass.
It'd be awesome.
What's that car that talks? The one that freaking God, what was that movie? Or show? Sorry, not movie. Knight Rider.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that was a good show.
It better freaking
Knight Rider.
Bone sends a $1.49 super sticker. It's a Doomacorn, and Makiny's not here. Does anybody else want to take a crack at this?
I'm definitely not going to.
Doom to doom, doom, doom.
Perfect, Wes. Thank you for that. Somebody clip that.
God. Yeah, do not clip it. Oh my God.
I love you people. You're having so much fun here.
Turning red now. Thank you.
It's funny as I told her that I get arguments with my daughter about that.
What we need is a voice changer whenever someone that's not like the normal person to say it isn't here. This way, when we say it, it's in a really deep voice, like monotonic.
Here, I got one.
Robot voice.
Josiah Fitch for a $4.99 super sticker. You guys did a good job. Great stream. Here's some coinage for you. Cheers. Well, thank you, Josiah. It's good to see you again. I love your imagery there. It's always an image that will stay with you the rest of your life and give you a smile on your face. Well, hopefully it keeps a smile on your face throughout the rest of your marriage. So there you are. Go ahead.
I'll do the Doomacorn thing. Just give me a second.
Oh God.
All right.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Very good.
Something
well
close
done,
to
Mirasphere. Well done. You guys are awesome. Bone thought yours was close enough, Wes, and I think that Mirasphere did a good job too. So I bought $20 of Doge a long time ago and sold it when it hit 500. If I still had it, it'd be like 5,000. Yeah, I know. Doge has been one of those weird currencies. It may have topped the umbrella at this point, but we'll see. Again, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just commenting. So, all right. Brock Dermis is leaving, so we'll see you soon. Sure. Thanks for stopping by, my friend.
Thank you, Mr. Nicholson.
I am so telling Mary about the butchering of the Doomacorn chant. Well, there you go. Stephanie Littlepage is going to tattle on you, Wes. You're in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here. This is what I wanted to highlight. Captain Robert Abel said KIT stood for Night Industries 2000. That's true.
Yeah.
So, I love the show. Hasselhoff was funny as heck. So.
Oh yeah, I love Knight Rider. I mean, I'm making fun of it in the chat, but I love that show.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this real quick in a lightning round so we can shut this down. We got 57 people in the chat. I don't even have to set this up because everybody knows what happened. Amazon went out and bought themselves a studio. Amazon confirms it's buying MGM for $8.45 billion. No word on questions from leadership structure to epics. I think they worded that very poorly. Essentially, they didn't answer any questions about who would be leadership and the structure to epics, which is a streaming channel that's operated by MGM. So here you are. And this is not something that was unexpected. And you're going to see a lot of this, I believe. It's getting to a point where you're going to see all of these smaller studios like MGM and Lionsgate, et cetera, get swallowed up. What say you, AFK?
It's great.
I
think it's just a symptom of what's happening.
Oh, I was muted.
She was muted.
No, I think that good for them to give us another one of those ridiculous kind of online monopoly things where like all of this digital stuff, I don't know. I think that they're getting away with taking over a whole bunch of stuff without it being considered monopoly. And this, I mean, not just Amazon, I mean, Disney and whatnot. And so this to me isn't surprising, but it's very disappointing, I guess. And I don't know. I own all the movies that I like, or I know how to sail some the high seas. So I'm not really concerned with that at all, but I think it's really bad for people in general. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know.
It does. Absolutely. Wes, your thoughts on what you're going to see in the future regarding these studios and this deal in particular?
Oh, well, I think if they would have waited a little bit longer, they probably could have gotten a better deal. I mean, it's just a sign of the times. It's not surprising. And, we'll see what happens. I'm really interested in what's going to happen with physical media with a merger like this. So that's really what I'm keeping my eyes on. And maybe, yeah, that's the main thing. You have a huge back catalog of films. And I think that's pretty important, but I don't know. I think they overpaid a bit.
Well, $8.45 billion. It comes with 2 ready-made films that are, going to be headed to distribution maybe someday. The Bond film being one of them. I don't know. They may have paid too much. I don't think so. The Stargate and some of the other properties like Rocky and so on, I think might have made this valuable. I think somebody mentioned RoboCop as well. But yeah, I mean, there's, and despite the fact that they don't have, many people in the chat have pointed out, they don't have the physical lot locations they used to have, MGM. I still think this is a pretty good thing with a ready-made distribution system and the clout to get stuff into theaters, because Amazon wants to get their stuff into the awards stuff. They want to get it into like the Oscars and those types of awards. And I think this is one more easy made step to make that happen, to get it into theaters and so on and so forth.
They will possibly treat it like that Mutants movie that just disappeared for quite a while when the Fox was bought. Like maybe they'll just be like, the stuff we got here we don't want.
And then it Ghost released on what did it even release on? It Ghost released it on Hulu? Yeah,
like maybe they're embarrassed about the Bond movie.
Well, they should be, but it's not them that made it. It's the Broccoli and the other fella, that actually control the rights to the film. But I don't know. In all honesty, I think that film's just. I think it's just going to be a train wreck, and I think they know it now, based on what all of us have already said, that we've been hearing stuff all along. Release the McCracken. I love that. It's so funny. It says, wouldn't this go against monopoly laws, or do you think this administration will just look the other way?
Tell that to Disney.
Yeah, we've already had media consolidation that is dangerously close to violating the antitrust laws. In fact, I'm doing a video on this subject that I've actually written a script for. Hopefully I can get it out on Wednesday, talking specifically about some of these media consolidations and how antitrust laws have been applied previously. I think this may also be why you're starting to see some of these companies spin off their entities, like what AT&T just did in a reverse Morris Trust maneuver. So I think that maybe to try to avoid some of those antitrust suits. So we'll have to see. Johnny Coolwater says, I've been hearing Apple is about to open a digital coin wallet type thing that is supposed to possibly increase their market cap by 1/3, which is insane. Yeah, that would be insane. But it wouldn't surprise me. Google's been working on a crypto thing for a bit, if it's not already out there. So. But go ahead.
MGM have been bought and acquired by various individuals, studios, and third-party companies over the course of the last 30 years. Like they're almost like the town bike; they get around. People keep buying them out.
That's true.
This doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, actually, the Tornoculus said the right thing. It's going to be the bomb film. Bomb 25.
So instead of the intro where down the gun barrel, it's just the gun barrel's going to explode, or Bond explodes.
Yeah, and Caleb Richardson here it says specifically, Eon Productions, of course, they own half of the Bond, and they have 100% creative freedom. Of course, they do. Have said No Time to Die will stay a theatrical release. I really hope that's true. I really do. It will show things up. Yeah, they want to get into the Oscars and things like that. Yeah, and it's hilarious because all of these award shows are proving just how irrelevant they are now because people are walking away from these things. Yeah, Glenzer, MGM has moved around a lot. If Mando's right. I mean, it's been in and out of places. It went into bankruptcy. I think in 2010. Sony actually acquired the physical lot in the Culver City area, if I'm not mistaken. I don't recall exactly, but that essentially, I think those are all Sony assets now. So.
Also,
that's no good. Awesome one.
Josiah Fitch has a good comment saying, "Has there been any other Bond films that bombed?" And I'm just trying to think of like the bad films, but I don't know if they actually bombed in theaters. Like bad films like quote unquote like Moonraker was not well received.
Yeah, I mean, and even
I don't remember if it actually bombed.
Yeah.
I just know that maybe Die Another Day may have bombed.
I don't know. Even Pierce Brosnan's third movie was crap, but I think a lot of people went and saw it though.
Still made money, yeah. If you look, and I think you're right, Afk Bard. If you look at the earnings, the Bond films have even the ones that have underperformed have still made money, and that's the trick. This one is the only one I think that'll be in danger of not having anybody see it. And not for the reason they're going to blame, because they kept pushing it back. But Glenzer, I think, is right here. Buy every MGM UA disc you can. The catalog is heading for the Truth Ministry. I agree with that.
Can I just say, I think a big reason why this James Bond isn't doing well is, I love Daniel Craig, right? But I don't think he is, he's a good Bond in the sense that I think that they were like, oh, ladies like the nitty gritty kind of guy. But the problem is James Bond had always been mostly debonair and then a little less on like the hardcore thing. And I think that they went way too Jason Bourne. So they can't get the normal amount of people in the theaters because they don't want to see James Bond beating somebody until they're a bloody pulp. They want to see James Bond drinking a martini and playing a game of poker, and then out thinking a guy.
Yeah, I think you're right. And again, I've said that multiple times that I think that they went to Jason Bourne with the character. I mean, all the parkour in the beginning of
2006's Casino Royale was pretty much just here's James Bond, but as Jason Bourne or whatever. It's like that's what it looked to me, and I hated it because of that.
Yeah, all the parkour stuff.
I didn't even see the other Daniel Craig Bond films because I hated Casino Royale so much. I was a huge Bond fan. I still am, like a huge Bond fan. Bond film fan, and I love the original Sean Connery stuff. I like the Pierce Brosnan stuff. I think personally, the last good Bond film was The World's Not Enough, and it's not just because it's the last film with Q.
I think one of the problems is also that they went into that big-headed idea where every single movie had to be connected by some great force that was really pulling all the strings. And it's like, no, that's not what James Bond was about either. Like, people don't want to go, I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but going into multiple movies and being expected to know what happened in the last one, especially when it's James Bond, is kind of ridiculous. Like, you never had to know what James Bond did when he was fighting in Dr. No versus what he was doing in the next movie. It was always self-contained and you didn't have to think.
Yeah, self-contained story, absolutely. And again, I mean, you could still carry on within the obviously the brand, the franchise, but you're right. It was a self-contained project. And Larry brings up an interesting
its own story for the most part, or at the very least, each actor was like their own stories.
Yeah,
they did cross over a bit. Like you had Timothy Dalton's, I think, License to Kill reference on Her Majesty's Secret Service. With
and what's even
as well as Roger Moore in For Your Eyes Only at the beginning.
Well, and actually, the Her Majesty's Secret Service was the only one-off Bond, right? And he actually says in the film, this never happened to the other guy.
Yeah,
He broke
the
the fourth
intro.
wall to say that. Yeah. So, there were points in time where they deviated slightly, but not much. And again, it was more of a gentle nudge to the audience, like a Monty Python kind of a thing. But Larry is right here. He says Warner Brothers still owns rights to some of the classic MGM films. This is true. At that time, Warner TBS deal really, that AOL, all that weirdness, that really screwed up a lot of film. So we'll have to see where a lot of that comes down. And Soul Assassin says intimacy couches for all on MGM Films now. Well, there you go. Yeah, I think that, they now have intimacy coaches, I think.
It's like, I'm sure whoever owns them will copyright your videos.
Yeah, but it says here in Larry, you're on top of stuff, my man. It says Eon had a recipe for Bond films that always made money. Absolutely. Josiah Finch, Casino Royale was good. Other than that is bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was a great movie, but it was not a good James Bond movie. Just like all these other ones, it's like you can just have that as its own movie. His name is Frank Bedford, and he's a spy. It's exactly the same. It doesn't change. It's I don't know. Yeah.
Well, and this is I think a difference that we're seeing and people are coming to grips with in all films. Sweet Pea just watched a bunch of classic Disney movies, like classic, like the old stuff, right? The stuff that was in the vault and things, and they're like poetry, and that's not what happens anymore. And of course, even back then, Disney was repurposing other people's stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the fairy tales and everything. I don't know, Wes, what do you think about that?
About James Bond?
Well, no, about how films that we consider classics now and the newer stuff, and it doesn't matter if it's Disney, Bond, whatever, but there is a tangible difference. There is a visceral difference in that film, in us experiencing those films now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You could see it in the writing. It's mainly in the writing. Yeah, it's it's the difference between timeless and timely, or of its time.
Try to be relevant. Yeah. Also, I do want to point out, hey, Sweet Pea, because she's a member of Cast in the Shadows, as well as a good friend of mine.
Yeah. Sweet Pea's awesome. Get to see Sweet Pea regular. She hangs out here and with Mando Merck and others. I appreciate everybody's support today, guys. We got a lot of people going here. We've got lots of folks. Stargates might have a comeback. The reboot will probably be Stargazer. I'm gonna Stargate alone. My problem is if they reboot it, it's going to be garbage. I hate to say it. I mean, it just really bums me out.
Stargate's one of my favorites. That was my Star Trek, so don't screw my Stargate.
Yeah,
I love that fourth wall break about the MacGyver reference. That was pretty good.
Yeah. They were really good at making fun of themselves. Like they had the side plot with the recurring character who was a director, and he ended up making a TV show based off the Stargate characters, and then it was picked up for a movie, and they were making fun of Firefly. And it was just like, that was a great show back in the day. They just don't make them like that anymore. Super hardy, strong characters, and even the villains were memorable. I'm sorry, I'm going off on it. But honestly, you guys all need to watch Stargate if you haven't. And a little one that a lot of people don't give credit is their spinoff, Stargate Atlantis. That was a great one, too.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Cavatanio Cavalryman Che says Bond does not need to show gratuitous violence and gore. It never has. Never had to. I mean, it was well done. And, he beat you as much with his mind as he did with his fists or with his firearms.
Like the one where he's
gun and
where they have him tied down and the laser beam is about to cut through and it's going to start at his crotch, this is classic stuff that builds tension. You didn't have, today they wouldn't do that. There'd just be gore and blood and no tension. He'd probably get a lecture about,
his white privileges.
A lecture. Yeah. When he was
laughing, but it's unfortunately true.
No,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And Fenrir Fire, thanks for being here, Fenrir. Good to see you. Modern classics. The movies I'm thinking of are foreign, and were all remade by Hollywood.
Oh man.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, one of the best remakes I've ever seen was a French film, La Cage aux Folles, and it was The Birdcage with Robin Williams and I forget his name, Nathan Lane. Yeah, that was a classic film, right? But it was a remake of a previous French film, which was also brilliant. So yeah, I mean,
remakes aren't inherently bad. I mean, take some of the early 2000 remakes like Ocean's 11 or Italian Job, and those are some really good remakes. Especially in case of, at least in my opinion, in case of the Italian Job, are better than the originals.
Well, those ones were trying to stick to the heart and like old stuff. Like you could really feel like they were like passionate about it. Like, can you just imagine if they tried to do Ocean's 11 now? And like half of them would be girls. The guys
already tried that.
It would be awful.
I think the remake of Gone in 60 Seconds is better than the original.
Yeah, I think that's true too. And Tom's here. Everybody say hi to Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah. But yeah, and Sweet Pea's right. There's a lack of sincerity in the new films. All of that. Yeah, and there's, I don't know. Bond would put a few bullets in a guy with a silencer and move on. Absolutely. Yeah. Gosh, and this is a great quote. You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
By the way, everything that Goldfinger says in that movie is completely dubbed.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I was going to say my favorite quote is, for England, James? No, for me. God, that was with Sean Bean and Pierce Brosnan. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. And,
and I'm trying to keep in the vein of the remakes. Mr. Tickleton says The Thing, the one with Kurt Russell, which was a great movie, was also a remake and better than the original. There are action figures out there right now of this. I saw them. Somebody was posting them. I think it was in the Cotton Connection chat. So I have to go now scavenging everywhere to look for them because that would be ridiculously awesome. But anyway, we've got to wind down, guys. We all have to make our way over, check out what Mccarthy's doing. He's doing a coloring, how to color properly and shade and everything on what we saw earlier in the chat. Thank you all for being here. If you didn't hit the like button, please do it on the way out. Be sure to check out all of these great creators' channels. I'm going to let them promote themselves on the way out the door. We're going to start first with our friend at the bottom, Cast in the Shadows. Let me pull down this article. We didn't get to talk as much about that as I wanted to, but I do want our friend Mando Merc / Cast in the Shadows to promote all of the great content he puts together that's gaming oriented.
Hi everybody, I'm Cast in the.
I'm muted, sorry. So the last few days I've been over on Twitch mostly because I'm now monetized there. So I figured I might as well prioritize streaming there and actually try to make some money. But I've been mainly streaming a lot of Star Citizen because right now there's an ongoing free fly event. So anyone that has an account can play up until June 3rd for free. Of course, you need a machine that can actually run it. But anyway, it's a really cool project, and I've been following it closely. And the whole it's one of the main focuses of my channel is to cover it along with some other stuff. We also have a podcast we do every Saturday night, and I'm working on a few videos, but I honestly don't know if they're ever going to come to fruition just because I'm really crappy at editing. So they need to work on. But I do make artwork as well, and I'm selling that on my eBay store. I put some new T-shirts out on the Teespring store, and if anyone ever needs an artist to make a logo or a banner, poster, what have you, I'm for hire. So.
Absolutely, and he does an excellent job. All of his artwork, he creates his own art. He does it for others. It's excellent. He did Vigilante Williamson's logo. He does some really cool stuff. So do check that out. Also, Mando, if you need help with editing, man, reach out. I can walk you through some stuff really, really quickly. So
thanks.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to help everybody. So now we have, of course, the Mirasphere and Minisphere. What's up, Mirasphere?
Oh, baby.
He's on mute.
All right, yeah. I was trying to find my mouse. I was like, where'd the mouse go? Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Great week, as always. And hopefully I'll be doing more videos. I got a couple videos that I know I have to get out. that I'm planning on doing, and some more live streams I gotta get going. It just won't give me the time to do it. So, say hi, guys.
Hi. It's Minisphere.
Like, hey,
All
I'm
right.
hungry.
Yeah, spitting
Hungry
image
That's
there.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Mr. Dad, and appreciate you being here, my friend. And of course, you know what? We need to get the ever lovely AFK Bard to say goodbye to y'all.
Oh, well, goodbye. No, I've done a couple unboxing videos because I just spent money on stuff, and I figure I might as well record myself opening the boxes because at least there's something that comes out of it other than, losing money. So they're hot toys. I mostly am inspired by Hilver's Babyface and Robert My Burnett. But aside from that, I used to read on stream and then do movie reviews. I haven't done that for a while, but I'm at least going to try to do reading again. I haven't decided when or what book, but I've been kind of missing it. So I guess you can look forward to that. I usually do it Friday nights. So, yeah. And
Excellent.
Thanks again, Culture.
No, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I love that you're so dedicated to the show. You don't miss very often, so thank you for being here. And of course, finally, the guy that I hang out with just incredibly often, a great creator, my friend Wes Moody Webcast. Please, Wes.
Hey, everybody. Well, it's always a pleasure to be here on the Sunday Culture Review. I love this show, love this panel, and of course, I love the best chat on YouTube. And, I talk about on my channel current events, pop culture, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional car talk, gaming streams, and vlog about whatever the heck I want to. Hope to see you there, my friends. Have a great weekend.
Thank you very much. Again, I appreciate that, Wes. We're going to get back to the panel view. I'm going to point out one more time, I keep highlighting it. This is Mccarthy 90s stream. Please go there, check it out. Just, even if it's in passing, make sure you stop by, say hi, watch for a couple minutes and throw a like on there. It's just, it really does help with channel growth. And it also, you'll also see some really cool stuff and some great people. He has a great panel every Sunday following this show. And I appreciate Mccarthy so much. Such a talent. So do check that out. Again, it's been linked there by Shellback. Thank you, Shellback. You're doing a great job in the chat. Hopefully we can get you back here really soon. Anyway, beyond all that, guys, I'll end this like I end everything, whether it's a video or a live stream. I'm going to say, be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene for no other reason, guys. Just, you should have been doing that your entire life. And until next time.
See ya.
Bye.